Hi, I'm Christopher Walker with Closely Observed Literature, and in this book I'm going, Hi, I'm Christopher Walker with Closely Observed Literature, and in this short video I'm going to be talking about a book by E.M. Forster. And no, it's not a passage to India, and no, it's not Hour's End, no, it's not Where Angels Fear to Tread. What else is there? I'm sure I'm forgetting one. A Room with a View. That was Forster, wasn't it? Yeah. So it's none of those. It's not even Maurice. So if you're a Forster aficionado, you might already have guessed what I'm going to be talking about. He didn't write that many books. This is one that I stumbled across in a secondhand bookshop in the UK. It is called The Longest Journey. It's brilliant. Loved it. I wasn't expecting to like this because I thought, this is going to be one of those books by the writer that's forgotten about for good reason. Maybe it sucks, maybe it's poorly written, maybe the language is archaic, and actually some of the dialogue is pretty clunky. Like there's a part early on where two people have just met and they're talking about which public school they went to. Oh, you must know Carruthers. Oh, rather. Ah, but are you sure this is the Carruthers who was the sixth form tutor champion or something like that? He says, yeah, rather. So there is a kind of clunkiness there, and everyone calls each other dear, of course. The boy refers to his parents as father and mother, so there's a stiltedness that you would expect given the time. So basically the story is the life of a boy called Rickie. He's very sensitive, he's very intelligent, he has some talent as a writer, so you start to think maybe it's a roman à clef, one of these books that opens the key into the mind of the writer. Maybe there is an element there. So basically he goes to Cambridge, as you do, leaves hoping to become a writer, but he's never really that successful. So when he meets Agnes, who he falls in love with, though he can't understand quite why he falls in love with her, he's not quite the right person, he's quite willing to accede to her wishes, which is to abandon the whole literary thing, give up on that, it's not working, so that he can become a schoolmaster. And that's when she starts to show her true colours. She becomes quite controlling, kind of a shrew a little bit. It's books like this, I suppose, that have led to that kind of warning that a lot of literary journals include in their submissions guidelines. I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but they say we don't want to hear stories about a man and his shrill wife who he has to escape. I mean, this is the book that kind of does that. It's the Forster book that has that aspect. So there's a lot going on besides all of that. There's this whole thread about a possible half-brother that Rickie has, this kind of thuggish character who lives out on a farm, a distant part of the family. There's Agnes and the circle around her, and how Rickie is constantly kind of berated and pushed back, and his ambition in life is always frustrated. It's a sort of book that will have you reflecting on your own life, especially if, like me, you're a failed writer. I'm not completely failed yet, and perhaps actually, leaving that book to one side, perhaps you could help me, dear listener. This came out not too long ago. It's available on Amazon, and it's my book There. It's self-published, which is why it looks a little bit cheap. A couple of my friends have read it and they say they like it. My mum says she's not going to read it because she doesn't like reading my stories. Maybe you could take a look at some stage. Fingers crossed. I've got a link in the description for you. I've set it at the lowest price for an Amazon Kindle release that you can set. You can't really make them free, unfortunately. I'd rather do that if I could, because at this, with the royalties that they charge, I get pennies for it. But anyway, that's just to mention that I'm a writer too, a little bit, And if you want to help me out, maybe take a look at it. That'd be good. And if not, go for the Forster. I mean, out of the two, if I had to choose something to read again, I'd definitely read this. This is nothing compared to what Forster could do. But then, you know, what do you expect? And that's it. Thank you very much. See you next time.